Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum students. This is Tariq. Today we will start a new chapter with the name production theory. In this section we will learn about the behavior of the producer, that whether producer should increase the labor or reduce the labor, how producer can utilize both input factors like labor and capital to maximize the profit of the company and minimize the cost of the company. So the main objective of this chapter is this, that how producer can maximize profit and minimize cost of the company. So we will learn about the decision making of the producer. ما ایره در زبان دری دوباره میگم که در یه بخش روش پرودیوسر مطالعه میشه که آیا پرودیوسر باید لیبر را زیاد استخدام کنه که کم استخدام کنه لیبر را، چطور لیبر باید input factors را مثلا لیبر را، کپیٹل را یا را مٹیریل را یا دیگر inputs که از چطور پرودیوسر باید inputs را استعمال کنه که فائدہ عائد کمپنی به مکسیمم برسه و مصرف کمپنی کم از کم بیاید. خو باید پروفیت مکسیمم شوه او کاسٹ کمپنی کم شوه. در یه بخش یه خوانده میشه چطور امکان داره یه خوانده میشه. Production process means the process in which producer jointly use the inputs like labor and capital to produce the maximum possible output. Means in the production process we will learn that how producer can jointly use all the types of inputs to produce maximum possible output. The inputs are specific amount of input, mushakhas amount of inputs, but in the production process producer has to make sure maximum possible output. So production process baimana कि वो प्रोसा कि दरू प्रोड्यूसर मुशख्खस मकदार इनपुट्स मसलन लेबर और कैपिटल रा यकजा इस्तेमाल कुना और ज़्यादा आउटपुट बायद बदस बेरा ई प्रोसेस रा प्रोडक्शन प्रोसेस मेगा मा दोबारा मेगम के वो प्रोसेस के दरू प्रोड्यूसर इनपुट्स रा यकजा इस्तेमाल में कुना मुशख्खस मकदार इनपुट्स रा इनपुट्स लेबर और कैपिटल कि ज़्यादा आउटपुट तौलीद कुना. खो इनपुट्स महदूदस बायद वो बखूब रविश बखूब तरीका इस्तेमाल शवा कि ज़्यादा आयद या प्रॉफिट या आउटपुट तौलीद शवा. What is total product? TP stands for total product. In it, how we can define total product? Total product means the total output produced by the company using inputs like labor and capital at a particular point of time. Simply total product means the total quantity Q of output produced by using inputs. And what are the inputs? Labor and capital. And I put one example, that suppose L is equal to 5. L stands for the number of labor appointed. K stands for the number of capital appointed are used, and Q stands for the output produced. So if the company is using 5 labor and 2 machines, so the company produce total output 100 units. So this is total product. 100 units output produced is total product. So total product, the total quantity produced at a particular point of time by using inputs like labor and capital. दरी टोटल प्रोडक्ट वही माना कि वो टोटल मकदार आउटपुट की कंपनी जोड़कर या जोड़ में कुना वक्त की एक मुशख्खस अंदाज़ा इनपुट्स रा इस्तेमाल में कुना हो अंदाज़ा क्वांटिटी की तौलीद शुद पूरा टोटल प्रोडक्ट में गया. खुद तौलीद बिदून इनपुट्स न मेशा कंपनी मजबूर है कि लेबर मशीन रॉ मटेरियल या एनर्जी इक्वल लगी इनपुट्स रा इस्तेमाल कुना और बस यकशाई जोड़ कुना अंदाज़ा मकदार वो आउटपुट की तौलीद शुद पूरा टोटल प्रोडक्ट नहीं गा. वो इन जदर एग्जाम्पल कंपनी 5 लेबर इस्तेमाल कुना 2 मशीन इस्तेमाल कुना आउटपुट की तौलीद शुदा मेरा वो 100 यूनिट आस वो ये टोटल प्रोडक्ट आस एवरेज प्रोडक्टिविटी ऑफ द लेबर APL एवरेज productivity of the labor mean per head output produced yeah the output produced per labor the output produced per labor is called APL average productivity of labor mean per head output produced so in here how we can mathematically determine the average productivity of the labor, how we can mathematically define the output produced per labor. APL average productivity of labor mean output produced per labor. How we can calculate mathematically? So this is formulation. APL means average productivity of labor is equal to total product divided by labor. So suppose the company is using 5 labor, L is equal to 5. The number of labor that is 5 and quantity Q produced that is 100. So we can calculate the output produced per labor. APL is equal to quantity divided by labor and APL is equal to quantity is 100. So we replace for Q 100 and divided by 5. So APL we calculate that is 20 units. Yani the output produced per labor is 20. When the company is using 5 labor and manufacturing 100 units of output, so every labor is manufacturing 20 units of output. So this is the output produced per labor. माहिरा दोबारा दर जुबानी दरी वाज़ह में कुनेम APL बेईमाना के औसत प्रोडक्टिविटी एक लेबर के हर लेबर बकुदाम अंदाजा तौलीद में कुना यानी तौलीद per labor cheers APL should average productivity of labor वो ये चितौर कैलकुलेट मेशा ये फॉर्मूलस APL बराबर ब टोटल प्रोडक्ट या टोटल क्वांटिटी इरे तकसीम को ब टोटल नंबर ऑफ लेबर कंज्यूम्ड मसलन कंपनी L5 इस्तेमाल में कुने ने लेबर 5 नफर कार में कुना क्वांटिटी क्यों की प्रोड्यूस वो सदस दरी फॉर्मूल वजह को APL मालूम है APL बराबर ब क्वांटिटी तकसीम नंबर ऑफ लेबर्स तादाद लेबर के इस्तेमाल शुदा मेरा वो APL बराबर ब 100 तकसीम 5 APL ची बरामद 20 दाना यानी हर लेबर तकरीबन 20 यूनिट जोड़ में कुना वो ये तौलीद पर लेबर शुद तौलीद पर हेड शुद ये APL बराबर ब 20 बची माना इंटरप्रिटेशन every individual labor is manufacturing 20 units of output our output per labor is 20 units so APL is equal to 20 बई माना के हर लेबर क्या सु 20 यूनिट जोड़ में कुना every individual labor is manufacturing 20 units of output now I'm coming toward another terminology in the production process marginal productivity of labor or MPL marginal productivity of labor or MPL how we can define this so MPL means addition to the total output by increasing one more labor or increase in the output by increasing or by hiring one more labor चितौर दरदरी तारीफ में शाह MPL या मार्जिनल प्रोडक्टिविटी ऑफ द लेबर यानी ये बेईमाना वो इजाफी आउटपुट की कंपनी जोड़ में कुना वक्त की कंपनी यक लेबर रा इजाफी इस्तेमाल कुना वक्त की कंपनी लेबर रा इजाफा में कुना हतमन के आउटपुट इजाफा में शाह वो इजाफी आउट की दर कंपनी तौलीद में शाह पूरा MPL या मार्जिनल प्रोडक्टिविटी ऑफ लेबर में गा या इजाफी तौलीद लेबर MPL बची माना इजाफी तौलीद लेबर आउटपुट कुदाम वक्त इजाफा में शाह वक्त के दिगा न्यू लेबर इस्तेमाल में शाह आउटपुट कंपनी इंक्रीज में शाह ये कि इंक्रीज शुद इजाफा शुद पूरा MPL या इजाफी तौलीद लेबर में आई एम रिपीटिंग अगेन एडिशन टू द टोटल आउटपुट क्यों by increasing one more unit of labor. I'm putting one simple example. That suppose let me take you to the table for this. This is one data table for the short-run production function. In here the capital is 5 and the labor is 1. So the total quantity or total product that produced, that is 10 units. I'm again repeating, dear students, the company is using one labor. L stands for labor, one number of labor. K stands for capital, 5 machines, and the total product or total quantity, that is 10 units. So one labor output is how much? 10 units. Now when the company increase one labor more, hire another labor, this is one, and now how many workers are working in the company? 2 workers. So it means the company hired another labor, and labor increased from 1 to 2. Now 2 laborers are working. So the total quantity output increased from 10 to 25. So this output increased from 10 to 25. How much increase? By 15 units increase. So this increase in the total output is called MPL, and this how much increase? By this amount, MPL, marginal productivity of the labor. The first labor MPL was 10, the second labor MPL is 15. It's mean the output increased from 10 to 25, so this increased by 15 units, and this increase in output, that is called MPL. We increase labor by 1 unit from 1 to 2, and total output increased from 10 to 15. So how much increase from 10? 15 units increase. This 15 units increase in total product is called MPL, and MPL is given in this last column. This is the additional output produced by the second labor number 2. I'm again repeating, MPL is the additional output, or you can say when the company hire a third labor, so output increase from 25 to 45. So this increase is called MPL. 25 to 45, how much output increase? 20 units, and this 20 units is given in the last column, which is the column of MPLs. So addition productivity of the third labor, that is 20 units. I'm again repeating, when the company hire third labor, so the company total output increased from 25 to 45, and this increased by how much? By 20 units. So this 20 unit is called MPL. माहिर दोबारा दरदरियों वाज़ेह में कुम कि मसलन कंपनी एक लेबर इस्तेमाल में कुना 5 मशीन हो टोटल तौलीद चंद में कुना 10 और MPL यानी आउटपुट कंपनी चे लेबर चे 10 ये MPL है आले कंपनी एक लेबर इजाफा का 2 कर अगर 2 लेबर इस्तेमाल का 2 लेबर कार में कुना खु तौलीद अज़दा ब 25 इजाफा शुद खुए चंद यूनिट इजाफा शुद 15 यूनिट इजाफा शुद लेबर की एक बुद तौलीद दा बुद MPL हम दा बुद लेबर की 2 शुद तौलीद टोटल आउटपुट 25 शुद और MPL यानी इजाफी आउटपुट दर दा चियामत 15 जमा दा टोटल ची शुद 25 खो टोटल प्रोडक्ट अजदा ब 25 की इजाफा शुद वो 15 यूनिट इजाफा शुद और ये 15 यूनिट की इजाफा कद दोम लेबर इजाफा कद बई वजह MPL इजाफी तौलीद दोम लेबर 15 यूनिट खो ये कंसेप्ट MPL शुद MPL बची माना वो इजाफी आउटपुट के दर टोटल प्रोडक्ट इजाफा शुदा मेरा वक्त की कंपनी एक यूनिट इजाफा एक लेबर इजाफा कोना या एक लेबर इजाफा इस्तेमाल कोना marginal productivity of the capital MPK. So MPK this means that addition to the total output by increasing one more unit of the machine. When the company want to increase output by increasing capital, by increasing machine, the increase in the total output is called MPK or marginal productivity of the capital. माहिरा दोबारा दरदरी मेगन दरदरी बरीवाना की वो इजाफी तौलीद की दर कंपनी तौलीद मेशा वक्त की कंपनी एक इजाफी मशीन बखरा या एक इजाफी मशीन रा इस्तेमाल करना खो इजाफी आउटपुट की में आया पूरा इजाफी आउटपुट मशीन मेगा MPK मार्जिनल प्रोडक्टिविटी ऑफ कैपिटल बची माना बई माना कि मार्जिनल यानी इजाफी प्रोडक्टिविटी यानी आउटपुट यानी कैपिटल यानी आउटपुट मशीन इजाफी आउटपुट मशीन रा MPK मेगा MPK दरदरी बई माना कि इजाफी आउटपुट मशीन आउटपुट कुदाम वक्त इजाफा हमेशा वक्त की कंपनी मशीन रा इजाफा कुना वो आउटपुट के इजाफा शवा दर टोटल आउटपुट वक्त की कंपनी मशीन रा इजाफा कुना वो आउटपुट रा MPK मेगा माशुमारा दोबारा ओके we do not have in the data table masalan when the company is using for example 2 machines and the total product is suppose 20. The company use how many machines? 2 machines and the total product, the total output is 20. Now when the company increase 1 machine more, purchase a 3rd machine, so the total output of the company increase from 20 to 50. So output increase how much? From 20 to 50 increase, so 30 units increase. This increase of 30 units is called MPK, या marginal productivity of the capital. I'm again repeating, the company is using 2 machines and total output is 20 units. When the company increase 1 more machine, purchase another machine, 3rd machine, the total output increase from 20 to 50. So how much increase? By 30 units increase. This 30 units is the increase in output, and that increase in output is called MPK, addition to the total output by additional machine. So additional machine is 1/3 machine and additional output is 30. So total output increase from 20 to 50, increase by 30 units and MPK is 30. माहिरा दोबारा दरी वाज़े में करें MPK बची माना बई माना कि वो इजाफी आउटपुट के दर कंपनी तौलीद में शाह वक्त की कंपनी यक इजाफी मशीन रा इस्तेखदाम कुना यक इजाफी मशीन रा परचेस कुना वो आउटपुट के इजाफा में शाह वो इजाफी आउटपुट रा MPK में. Now we are discussing short run production function. Short run production function, how we can define short run production function means in the short run production function the capital of the company will remain fixed. Just simply this is short run production function. In the short run production function the capital of the company will remain fixed. Company cannot increase the capital of the company. Company cannot increase the size of the company. Company cannot increase the machinery of the company. So in the short run production function, this is assumption. I am supposing that capital will remain fixed. And production function, you know. What is production function? Production function define relationship between the inputs and outputs. I'm again repeating, production function means relationship between the inputs of the company and output of the company. Production function means the specific amount of inputs like labor and capital that company used to produce the possible maximum output. So this is production function. What is short run production function? I'm saying that in the short run production function, capital of the company will remain fixed. And I'm again saying that production function is just simply relationship between the inputs and output of the company. What are the inputs? Labor and capital, and output quantity produced. So now the question is this, that is we define that short run production function. In the short run production function the input factor capital will remain fixed. Why? Let me elaborate. I'm putting few assumptions for the short run production function. SRPF. S stands for short run, R stands for run, P stands for production, and F stands for function. Now assumptions for the short run production function. First assumption, capital will remain fixed in the short run production function. I'm again repeating, dear students, that production function, what is production function? Production function represent relationship between the inputs, between the specific amount of inputs. What are inputs? Labor and capital, and the maximum possible output. So this is production function. Production function simply represent the relationship between the inputs of the company and output of the company. But in here we are specifically discussing short-run production function, and I am putting few assumptions, few suppositions about the short-run production function. The first assumption, capital will remain fixed in the short-run production function. Okay, capital will remain fixed. Why? Why the capital cannot change in the short run? Short run means short time period. Short run means short time period. So this is very clear that in the short time period, the company does not have the huge budget to install another company, to purchase more machinery, to purchase more building, to purchase more offices, to purchase more equipment. This is very costly. In the short run, producer does not have budget to install a company, another company, to increase the size of the company. For example, demand for the goods and services that the company supply increase. When demand increase, how producer can increase supply? Producer can increase supply by changing, by increasing labor, by increasing raw material, by increasing working hours. But producer cannot change the size of the business. Producer cannot purchase another building. Producer cannot purchase more machinery. So this is very costly. Producer do not have the budget. So that is why we are saying in the short time period, capital of the business, size of the business will remain fixed. But if the producer want to increase supply, so producer can increase supply by increasing variable input factor, which is changeable, like labor, like raw material, like working hours. Second assumption, new business cannot enter in the short run to the market. Again, I am saying that suppose new business cannot enter to the market to start business in the short time period. Short run means short time period. Why? Because to start a business, it need time, it take time. For example, purchase of land, search for the location, importing machinery, issue license from the government, management of all the resources, thinking about the new business. So all these things need time. So in the short time period, new business cannot enter to the market to start a company. This is another assumption for the short run production function. Short run production function means for short time period. And the third one, existing business cannot quit the business in the short time period. Again, I am saying that the businesses which are already working in the market, they cannot switch, they cannot close down the business in short time. They cannot quit the industry, the market. Why? Because every businessman has obligation with the companies. Every businessman has to give supply to the many wholesaler, to the many firms, supply them raw material. Now, before fulfilling these obligations, these agreements, the businessman cannot quit the business. And to resell this huge factory, this huge machinery, it needs time. So in the short time period, existing company also cannot quit, cannot leave the market. I'm again repeating that existing business cannot quit the business in the short time period. Why? Because to every company take advance money from the different companies to give them supply. Every producer has some agreements with the other companies to give them supply, and to sell out the company, to sell out the factory, it needs time. It needs huge time to sell out the machinery, the equipment, the all inputs of the company. So in the short time period, existing business cannot quit, cannot leave the market. So let me repeat again, short run production function in dari. خو production function چی است؟ production function ارتباط در مابین inputs او output را نشان میده که کمپنی چطور با کمک محدود inputs زیاد از زیاد output تولید کده میتونه. یعنی ارتباط در مابین inputs او output را production function میگه. خو inputs یعنی لیبر او کپیتل کمپنی محدود است او باید او به این روش استعمال شود که زیاد از زیاد output تولید شود. ارتباط در مابین مشخص input او maximum output را production function میگه. حالی short run production function بچی معنی؟ short run بمعنی short time period مختصر وقت short run بمعنی short مختصر time period. خو short run production function اینطور تعریف میشه که در short run production function کپیتل ثابت می باشد. اگر در بازار تقاضا به output کمپنی اضافه شد او بزنسمن پروڈیوسر میخواه که سپلای را هم اضافه کنه، خو چطور باید سپلای را اضافه کنه؟ او نمیتونه که سایز کمپنی را انکریز کنه. پروڈیوسر نمیتونه که دیگه ماشینری بخره، پروڈیوسر نمیتونه که دیگه بلڈنگ بخره، دیگه آفیس بخره، چرا که یه خو بسیار کلان بودجه ضرورت داره باید. خو چطور باید output کمپنی اضافه شود چرا که مردم تقاضا داره؟ خو اینجا کپیتل ثابت میمانه در شارت تایم. خو پروڈیوسر میتونه که سپلای اضافه میکنه. چطور؟ باید لیبر را زیاد کنه چرا که لیبر ارزان است، زیاد لیبر استخدام کنه. را مٹیریل ارزان است او زیاد باید پرچیز کنه. او ورکینگ هاورز باید اضافه کنه. اگر کمپنی 8 ساعت کار میکنه در روز خو باید 16 ساعت کار کنه. خود به خود سپلای اضافه میشه. خود در شارت رن پروڈکشن فنکشن اگر پروڈیوسر میخواه که سپلای خود را اضافه کنه و میتونه که اضافه کنه خو باید لیبر را انکریز کنه. کپیتل و نمیتونه که انکریز کنه. کپیتل در شارت تایم ثابت میباشد. چرا که کپیتل ضرورت به بسیار کلان بودجه داره او پروڈیوسر ای که در کلان بودجه در مختصر وقت نداره. او خو فعلا بزنس شروع کرد، آلی 1-2 ماه پیش شروع کرد، $1,000,000 مصرف کرد. آلی 2 ماه بعد اگر تقاضا زیاد خود چه دور کده میتونه که دوباره $1,000,000 مصرف کنه. او خو نداره بودجه. به این وجه در شارت تایم اگر پروڈیوسر بخواه که در مختصر وقت سپلای زیاد کنه خو کپیتل ثابت می باشه او لیبر باید اضافه کنه. یہ شارت رن پروڈکشن فنکشن شد. ما به حواله شارت رن پروڈکشن فنکشن یک چند assumptions اینجا نوشته می کنیم. Assumptions for the short run production function. Okay dear student, I am closing down this lecture because the size of the recording is expanding and then this create problem in uploading. I will repeat this in the next video inshallah. We will start from here.